Welcome to T1 Academy. In our last video, we discussed about permutations and combination and we finished the permutations concepts. Now in this video, we are going to discuss the continuation for it, that is the combinations. See students, this combinations is very important for us. Why? Because in the probability, next we will see the concept probability. The entire probability, almost 80% of probability depends on the combinations concept. If you are really good in solving the questions from these combinations, then you can easily solve the questions from probability also. So we should be very good at solving the questions from these combination students. As we already discussed, what is meant by combinations? We know combinations is nothing but selections. Okay, the general term. When it comes to permutation, it is nothing but arranging. When it comes to combination is nothing but selection. That means from a group of people, in how many different ways we can select the persons. That is the question generally which we will see in the case, in this combinations cases. For example, there are three persons P, Q and R. There are three persons P, Q and R. Now, how I need to select? If I want to select two people from this, how I can select students? First method is I can select PQ, or else I can select PR, or I can select QR. Or I can select QR, right? So this is just a selection, students. There is no rule that in these cases that who is selected first and who is selected next and so on. We will not bother. Anyway, we need to select two people. Until and unless there will be some special cases, there they will mention that this person should be selected first, this person should be selected next. Those are special cases. Okay. In that cases, we will worry about who is picked first and who is picked next. But in general, in selection, we will not bother about the order. Okay. Order is not at all considered here. Order is not considered. We will not consider the order in the case of combinations. Just we will select the people. That's it. From three people, I need to select two people. In how many ways I can select? Means I can select it in how many ways? Three ways. Okay, sir. As there are only three people, you easily written them and you have just said the answer as three ways. In three different ways, I can select three people. But in general, will we have only three people? No, we will have some 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or in that I need to select some 3 people or 4 people. Then how you are going to do? Then how you are going to solve this one? Means by using a formula, that is NCR. Okay, the formula for the combinations is NCR, where N is the number of persons available or number of persons or items available, sometimes persons and sometimes some materials. Okay, number of persons or items available, where R is the number of persons to be selected. Persons or items to be selected. Okay, sir, number of items or persons to be selected. Okay, now what is the formula of this NCR? NCR means n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. NCR means n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. So before going to the actual concept of these combinations, I want to tell you few things about this NCR, students. Why? Because if you are really good in this NCR, finding the values of this NCR, later while calculating the problems also, we will save a lot of time. So before going to the actual concept, let us discuss about this NCR for some time and then we will go to the questions and concepts later. Okay, what is this NCR, sir? What is this NCR now? Now, please see here, students. What is this NCR means? As I already told you, n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. For example, if I have some 6 persons and I need to select some 4 persons from them. So what, according to the formula, what I should do? 6C2. From 6 I need to select 4. So I will write it as 6C4. So if I substitute in this formula, what it becomes? 6 factorial by 6 minus 4 factorial into 4 factorial, right? 6 factorial by 6 minus 4 factorial into 4 factorial. Now what happens to these students? Please observe this one. Can I write this as 6 factorial by 2 factorial into 4 factorial? Yes sir, you can do it. Right, we can do it, right? Yes, we can do it. Now next later it becomes what? 6 into 5 into 4 factorial by 4 factorial into 2 factorial. 4 factorial will get cancelled. Yes sir, it will get cancelled. Next here I will be left with 6 into 5 by 2 factorial. 6 into 5 by 2 factorial. 2 factorial is nothing but 2. So 2 ones, 2 threes, it becomes what? 15. It becomes what? 15. Now similarly, please see here, instead of doing that, next one, I will tell you the next one. For example, if it is 10C2. If it is 10C2, what happens to this one, students? Please observe this one. 10 factorial by 10 minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial, right? 10 minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial, yes sir. So then what happens to this one? 10 factorial by 8 factorial into 2 factorial, yes, that is also correct. Now what happens to this one? 10 into 9 into 8 factorial by 8 factorial into 1 into 2, yes sir. So here our 8 will get cancelled and what will be left here? 10 into 9 by 1 into 2. 10 into 9 by 1 into 2. So 2 ones, 2 fives, it will become 45. 45, yes, good, superb. Now please observe here students, instead of doing all these things, instead of doing all this calculation, what my suggestion is, simple, 10 should be reduced for 2 times, right? Yes sir. So can I write this as 10 into 9 by 1 into 2 directly? 10 will be reduced by 2 times. So 1 into 2. Anyway, directly you can write this one. 10, 2. So 10 into 9 and from 1 to 2. Understood? So 2 ones, 2 fives and you can directly write it as 45. 45. For example, if you want to find 10C3. If you want to find 10C3, the same logic. 10 should be reduced for 3 times. That means 10 into 9 into 8. Total 3 are there, right? Similarly, in the denominator, 1 into 2 into 3. Up to 3. Up to 3. 3 ones, 3 threes. 2 ones, 2 fours. 12 and 120. Okay, for example, if I want 10C4, what I will do? 10 into 9 into 8 into 7. This was reduced for 4 times by 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. Understood, students? So, if you want to find 10C2, 10C3, 10C4, these are the things which we will do in general. For example, if I want to find 9C3, what I will do? 9 into 8 into 7 by 1 into 2 into 3. Anyway, both are same. Both are same. So, you can easily reduce it and you can easily, instead of doing all this calculation and everything, see, here this much calculation was done to find 10C2. Instead of doing that, simple 10 into 9 by 1 into 2. 1 into 2. Don't apply in the formula and write it and waste your time. Directly write down 10C2 means this is how you calculate those values. Okay, this is one method. Now please see here, sir, if I want to find 10C8. If I want to find 10C8, then what it can become, sir? So according to your logic, I should reduce 10 for 8 times. So 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2. Right? No, only up to 3. I should reduce it up to 8 times by 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6 into 7 into 8. According to this logic, we should do this one only, right? Yes, this is correct. There is no wrong in that. But it will waste a lot of time, right? It will waste a lot of time. Please solve it. What will happen here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will get cancelled. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will get cancelled. And at last, what you are left here? 10 into 9 by 1 into 2. 10 into 9 by 1 into 2. 10 into 9. That means, can I write 10C8 is equal to 10C2? Can I write 10C8 is equal to 10C2? Yes, sir. How we can write? How we will convert this into formula means 10 minus 8 is how much? 2. So, you can write that as 10C2. You can write that one as 10C2. For example, here please see this one 6C4. 6C4. 6C4 is equal to 6 minus 4 is how much? 2. So, 6C2. 6C4 is equal to what? 6C2. For example, if I want to find 10C7, 10 minus 7 is what, students? 3. So, I can write this one as 10C3. I can write this one as 10C3. 10C3. Similarly, if I want to find 12C2, if I want to find 12C2, so 12 minus 2, it becomes what? 10. So it will become 12C10, or else like this, vice versa also. Depending on the situations, we will change these things. Usually, we will not write 12C2 as 12C10, but for your understanding, I am writing 12C10 as 12C2, 12C2, nothing more than that. Okay, next similarly, if I want to find some 9C6, 9C6 will be equal to what? 9 minus 6 is how much? 3. This is equal to 9C3, 9C3. Remember this one, students. Okay, that means what we can write from that? What we can write from that? Tell me. What we can write from that? NCR is equal to NC n minus R, the difference between them, right? So NCR is equal to NC n minus R. This is the thing which we will use very commonly and very frequently, right? Along with that, the reduction. Okay, just reduce it for 2 times or 3 times based on the question which we need to find, based on the things which we need to find. And next, along with this, we need to know few things also. What it is NCN. NCN will be equal to what, students? NCN will be equal to, solve it in general manner. What you will get? NCN will be equal to 1. NCN will be equal to 1. Okay. Next, NC1 will be equal to N. NC1 will be equal to N. So, these are the things which we will use very commonly. These are the things which we use very commonly. For example, NCN means what it becomes? N factorial by N minus N factorial into N factorial, right? So, this N factorial will get cancelled. N minus N factorial is what? 0 factorial. 0 factorial is 1. So, 1 by 1 it becomes what? 1 only finally. So, no need to worry too much about this one. And similarly here, what will happen here for me? Please tell me. N factorial by N minus 1 factorial into 1 factorial, right? So, in the numerator what I can write? N into N minus 1 factorial by N minus 1 factorial. This N minus 1 factorial, this N minus 1 factorial will get cancelled and I will be left with what? N. So, these are the 4 major things which we use in our combinations very frequently. Very frequently, and we should know these values also perfectly, then only we will get the answers quickly. Anyway, the standard procedure is there. The standard procedure is there, we can follow that standard procedure. But this shortcut method is very important and useful for us while solving the problems and to get the answers quickly. Always to get the answers quickly, we will follow these methods. Okay, right. Now we will see the general and the standard formulas which we have discussed till now. See here, out of n different elements, R elements are to be selected without repetition, with repetition and without repetition. Generally, as we have already discussed while discussing the permutations also, with repetition and without repetition. With repetitions are very rare. We will see generally without repetition only. So, without repetition, especially in combinations. See, in case of permutations, there is a chance for at least 0.1% of asking with repetition. But when it comes to combinations, there will be no chance of asking with repetition. Mostly they will ask us the without repetition only. If it is with repetition, the formula is this one. N plus R minus 1 CR. And if it is without repetition, we will use the formula NCR. We know what is NCR. What is NCR? Till now we discussed the same thing. N factorial minus N factorial by N minus R factorial into R factorial. R factorial. This is the only standard formula which we have for the combinations. But we will have different cases and situations while solving the combinations problems. Next we will go for the problems directly. Right. Now see here, from a group of 15 students, 6 are to be selected for a competition. So out of 15, I should select 6. In how many ways it can be done? So what it is? 15 C6. 15 C6. So what happens here for me, students? I should reduce, if I 15 6 is also equal to 15 C9. That is very lengthy, right? Instead of that, what I will do? 15 into 14 into 13 into 12 into 11 into 10 into, how many I got here? 6. Up to 10, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Students, as we have already discussed, why I am writing like this means this is the reason. Directly you can write this value, this is a shortcut, consider it as a shortcut one. 6 2s are 12, 12 will get cancelled. Next 5 3s are 15, 15 gets cancelled. Next 2 2s are 2 5s are. Next 2 1s are 2 7s are. So at last what I was left here, 7 into 13 into 11 into 5. 7 into 13 into 11 into 5. So what happens to this one, students? This product is what? 1001 into 5. Why? Because this is one of the famous product which we will see very frequently and commonly in our calculation, especially in quant and reasoning. So this will become what? 5005. This becomes 5005. Okay, this is how we are going to solve the problems from this combinations concept. Okay, next one. How many different teams of 6 players can be formed from 5 male and 5 female players? So total there are how many persons for me? There are 5 male and 5 female. And from them I need to select how many? I need to select 6. Did they mention any special condition here? Did they mention us any special condition in here? No, they didn't mention us any special condition. If they doesn't mention us any special condition, from the total 10 people, I need to select 6. Now, there is no discrimination of male and female here. Why? Because they didn't mention that only male should be selected, only female should be selected, or these many male should be selected, or these many females should be selected. They doesn't mention us anything like that. That means we should consider all of them as a single group now. Now that means now the total number of persons for me available are 10 persons, irrespective of their gender. From the 10 persons, I need to select how many players? 6 players. I need to select 6 players. So how we can write? 10C6. 10C6. 10C6 is also equal to what, students? Just now we discussed. 10C6 is also equal to 10C4. Why? Because 10 minus 6 is what? 4. 10 minus 6 is 4. So 10C4. What happens to it? 10 into 9 into 8 into 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And next 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. 2 4s are 8. So 8 get cancels. 3 1s 3 3s. So 10 3s are 30. 30 7s are 210. So in how many ways we can select 6 players from 10 players? We can select it in 210 ways. In 210 different ways we can select 6 players out of 10 players. 10 players. See here, students, once again I am repeating, if there is no special condition, like male and female or any other thing, we will consider them as a whole group, as a single one. No need to do the discrimination here. So from 10 persons I need to select just 6. That's it. Okay. Next, there are 30 people in the party. If everyone is to shake hands with one another, how many handshakes are possible? How many handshakes are possible? So here 30 is a very big number. Let us make it to small. For example, there are 3 persons. First person, second person and third person. If there are 3 persons in a party, and how many, everyone should handshake with the every other person. Now tell me how it will happen. First and second is one combination. First and third is one combination. And second and third is another combination, right? Second and third are the another combination. That means handshakes. Second will handshake with first and 3. Yes. Third will handshake with first and 2. So first will handshake with first and second. So total how many ways I got here? 3 different ways, sir. Okay, good, superb. Now for example, next I have 4 people. First, second, third and fourth. Now we will check what will happen. First person should handshake with second one. Okay, first and second. The same first person should handshake with third one. Yes. Same first person with fourth one. Yes. Next, second person, already with first person it was done. So second and third. Yes. Next, second and fourth. Yes. Is it correct or not? No need to go once again for second and other value. Second and 1. Next, third person already handshaked with first. Third person already handshaked with second. So now third and fourth. When it comes to fourth person, he handshaked with first, second and third. So all are done. So now what is happening from here to here? It is getting decreased. So how many I got here? 6. And how many I got here? 3. But each and every time we cannot do like this, right? Now please observe carefully. For one handshake, here there are 30 people. If I go on writing like this, first with 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 30. Next second one, it will be getting decreased, right? So that means from first person with 29 means from 29 onwards it will start go on decreasing and it will reach to 1. See here 3, 2, 1, right? Similarly 29, 28, 26 it will happen like this. Okay. That is okay. That is with the mathematical logic or by the observation. But it is we should make this one as a generalized one. Why? Because we will see it later where we will use this generalized method. Now see here to give one handshake, that means assume that handshake is an event. Assume shaking hand is an event. To happen this one event, one handshake, how many persons are required for me? 2 persons are required, right? To happen this event. What is that event means? A shaking hand event. How many persons are required for me? 2 persons are required. So out of total how many are available for me? 6. Sorry, 3 in this case. So 3C2. 3C2. 3C2 is also equal to what? 3C1. So 3C1 is 3. We already know it. Similarly, how many are there? 4. For one handshake I required 2. So 4C2. 4C2 means what? 4 into 3 by 1 into 2. 2 ones to 2 2s, it is what? 6. That means we can generalize it by saying that any event to happen which requires 2 persons means then what we can write is then the total number of events happen will be NC2. NC2. Okay. For in n persons, see here, out of n persons to happen an event, if it requires 2 persons, then the total number of events will be equal to NC2. Then the total number of events will be equal to NC2. Not only this, students, later we will have questions based on matches. If there are 8 teams, every team want to play with every other team, then the total number of matches will happen there will be equal to what? 8C2. Why? Because to happen one match, how many teams are required for us? 2 teams are required. So that is the reason 8C2. This is how we are going to find this one. So this NC2 is very, very important. Any event which requires 2 persons and each and everyone will interact with every other person, then the number of events happening here will be equal to NC2. Now similarly here, total how many people are there for me? 30 people are there. Every person should shake hand with every other person. So that means my answer here will become what? 30C2. It will be equal to what? 30C2. 30C2 means what, students? 30 into 29 by 1 into 2. 30 into 29 by 1 into 2. 2 ones, 2 15s. 29 into 15. What should be my unit digit? 29 into 15. What is the unit digit? 5. So obviously my answer here will become 435. No need to think and no need to calculate everything here. Very simple. You can directly write it as 435. Why? Because unit digit is 5. There is only one number with unit digit 5 in the options, that is 435. So we will mark our answer as 435. 435. Understood, students? Right? Next one. From a group of 5 men and 6 women, 5 persons are to be selected to form a committee. In how many ways it can be done? See here, students, similar one we have already done. We have already finished a similar one. See, total how many persons are there for me here? Here they given us this data just to confuse us. 5 men and 6 women. 5 men and 6 women are given just to confuse us. Okay. Why? Because there is no need of mentioning 5 men and 6 women. Directly they can say, what is the total number of persons here? 11 persons. From the 11 available persons, I need to select how many? 5 persons. I need to select 5 persons. 5 persons are to be selected. So what happens to these students now? 11C5. It becomes 11C5. From 11 I need to choose 5 people. So 11 see 5. It will become what? 11 into 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. Now please observe here what happens. 5 2s are 10, 10 10 will get cancelled. Next 4 1s 4 2s, 3 1s 3 3s, right? So what happens for us? 11 3s are 30, 32s are 60, 67s are 420. That means in how many ways we can select them? We can select them in 420 different ways. Okay, right? That's it, students. In this video, we have just discussed the basic concepts and the basic things which we should know about the combinations. In our continuation video, we will discuss in detailed problems and all the different types of problems which will be asked in the combinations. Thank you very much.